Literature and architecture from ancient to modern times. 2. Assess the role played by Rabindranath Tagore and Abanindranath Tagore in the emergence of the Bengal School of Art. 250 words. Difficulty level, moderate. Reference, NCERT. The question is part of the static syllabus of General Studies Paper 1 and mentioned as part of Mission 2022 Secure Timetable. Key demand of the question. Contributions of each in the genesis of Bengal School of Art. Structure of the answer. Introduction. Briefly introduce Bengal School of Art. Body. Write about the emergence of Bengal School of Art, its features and contribution of each. E.g. emergence as a reaction to the company paintings promoted by British. Features, based on Indian traditions, influence of Ajanta paintings, linear delicacy, etc. Contribution of Abanindranath Tagore, creator of Indian Society of Oriental Art, promoted national Indian styles within colonial art institutions. Contributions of Rabindranath Tagore, he opened up his house to young artists, and started the Vichitra Club. He created Kala Bhavan at Vishwa Bharati University in 1919. Conclusion. Thus, both played a major role in the emergence and development of Bengal School of Art. Introduction. Originating in Calcutta and Shantiniketan, the Bengal School of Art promoted a distinctly Indian modernism which blossomed throughout India during the British Raj of the early 20th century. Founded by Abanindranath Tagore, this movement was associated with Indian nationalism, more specifically by the Swadeshi movement, as a revolt against the tyranny of the British that posed a threat to Indian sensibilities and to revive traditional art forms. The Bengal School of Art paved the way for the progressive artists group which now constitutes a major portion of the modern Indian artists. Body. Characteristic features of Bengal School of Art. Based on Indian traditions, the Bengal school is fully based on the Indian traditional style as the subject matter of this school is based on Indian culture. The paintings based on Indian theme like Mahakali, Shiva Parvati Krishna and Gopis etc. prove the Bengal school's Indian mentality. Influence of Ajanta paintings. Bengal school is influenced from Ajanta art. The qualities of Ajanta art like rhythm, grace, harmony etc. are visible in Bengal school. Linear delicacy. The lines of Bengal school resemble the Ajanta paintings. Lines are delicate and rhythmic. Softness and rhythm in figures. The figures of Bengal school give soft effect and no hardness is there. They are graceful and have delicacy. They are rhythmic and provide pleasant experience to eyes. Beautiful color scheme. The colors of Bengal school are very attractive. Wash technique is used and colors are not bright and gaudy at all. Influence of Mughal and Rajasthani schools. Mughal and Rajasthani schools' influence can also be seen at some places. Light and shade. The softness in the paintings of Bengal school is due to its quality of brilliant light and shade. Impressive in Indian subject matter. The subject matter of Bengal school is very impressive and Indian in character. Themes used are historical, religious, literary etc. Role of Rabindranath Tagore. Shantiniketan was a path-breaking educational institution Rabindranath Tagore set up in rural Bengal in early 20th century. Tagore's radical ideas of basing education in freedom and in the midst of nature played a central role in ushering the radical modernism that emerged from its art department, Kala Bhavana, set up in 1919. Rabindranath liked Nandlal Bose's work and asked him to look after Kala Bhavan in 1922. With Bose at the helm, the Bengal art movement flourished with Binod Bihari Mukherjee and Ramkinkar Beej as his students. However, Rabindranath Tagore began painting relatively late in his career, in his 60s. Nevertheless, he produced thousands of works and was the first Indian artist to exhibit his works across Europe, Russia and the United States in 1930s. His style was characterized by simple bold forms and a rhythmic quality. Gaganendranath and Abanindranath, who were Rabindranath's nephews, were deeply involved in painting. Role of Abanindranath Tagore. Abanindranath first created the Indian Society of Oriental Art and later went on to establish Bengal School of Art. He believed that Indian art and its art forms gave importance to spirituality as opposed to the West, which stressed on materialism, thus rejecting it. His idea of modernizing Mughal and Rajput paintings eventually gave rise to modern Indian painting, which took birth at his Bengal School of Art. Most of his works revolved around Hindu philosophy and other things Indian. A series of paintings titled Arabian Nights, which depicted Calcutta's emerging cosmopolitanism but used the stories from Arabian Nights as its trope. In his later works, Abanindranath started integrating Chinese and Japanese calligraphic traditions into his style. The intention behind this move was to construct an amalgamation of the modern Pan-Asian artistic tradition and the common elements of Eastern artistic and spiritual culture. His works reflected his ideologies, and since they were simple in nature, his paintings were a hit among Indian art lovers. Ganesh Janani, Bharat Mata, The Victory of Buddha, The Passing of Shah Jahan, Journey's End, Birds and Animals series are few of his masterpieces. Conclusion. With the spread of modernist ideas in the 1920s, the influence of the Bengal school began to decline. But there is no doubt that the revolutionary movement fueled artists to look for a distinct Indian identity, and in that sense, the Bengal school was the harbinger of modern art in India. The other artists of this group were Gaganendranath Tagore, Asit Kumar Haldar, M.A.R. Chutai, Sunayani Devi, sister of Abanindranath Tagore, Kshitindranath Majumdar, Nandlal Bose, Kalipada Ghoshal, Sugra Rababi and Sudhir Khastgir. General Studies 2. Topic: